Sheila Fiani. I am Ia Oyawumi from Ile Arira, and I'm here today with my brother Shango Sakina, my husband Shango Wale, and I wanted to dialogue with them today. Something that's been on my mind for a couple years, and it kind of will shake a few people up, and may even make some people upset a little bit. But that's what I'm here for, the truth, right? So, in my studies in the past 20 years, I've always been told, oh, it's okay to pray to Olodumare the Orisha in your English language. They understand any language, and that's fine. I can agree on that. That's fine, and that's dandy, and we can all agree on that. But the Yoruba language is a very ancient language. It's very ancient. And it's certain tones, if you hear real Yoruba, it's certain tones that that unlock the ashe. And so it's certain words that cannot be translated to English, that cannot be translated to Spanish, that cannot be translated to Portuguese, that cannot be translated to any other, translated in any other languages. And so sometimes the Yoruba tend to kind of configure for us to make us comfortable. Everybody outside around studying Yoruba religion and culture, but it's not like that. So it's certain words that cannot be translatable, and those words may have certain ashe, the certain tone. And I'm going to have them speak Yoruba. You know, even with myself, I try my best to speak Yoruba, but it's certain tones sometimes I'm off, and it could be a whole nother word, and it may not unlock the ashe that may be in a certain prayer or ritual or ceremony, and I cannot be up to my full potential with that ashe. And it's very important to learn a language. So to start off, it's very important to learn the Yoruba alphabet. It is very important to hear. You can't read how to, I don't care how long you've been in this religion, you cannot read how to understand the Yoruba language. You have to hear it. You have to hear the tones. You have to dig deep and listen. So I wanted, I'm going to start with you, Sakin. What do you think about what I'm saying here?
What I can say about that aspect is when we are talking about ashe in the language, is the person have to know the real language to talk, to make the ashe to what you are doing. You can be praying in different language, or you shall have hear thousands of language when you are praying. Mm-hmm. But when we are talking about ashe, about cantation of the odu or the medicine, mm-hmm, it have to be the main language. Like in Africa now, we have many African countries. Each countries have their own language and how they are doing things to make things go to reality. Mm-hmm. But we are talking about Yoruba in a quote. Mm-hmm. If you don't speak Yoruba very well, what you are doing on that particular time will not be go straight. Even when you hear Yoruba word, if you don't understand what they mean, because Yoruba have different tonation. Mm-hmm. If you don't get that tonation, what you are doing will not go straight.
I can speak that. I can affirm that, because like there's oko, exactly, and that's different meanings.
Different meanings.
Husband, penis, the hole for the gardening.
And oko for farm.
Oko for farm. So it's different tonals, and it means different things. And I learned that being in Nigeria, because I was embarrassed. I said something wrong, thinking that it was the same tone because it was the same spelling. The accents are there for a reason. So you have to listen. You have to hear these tones. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, now the person have to listen very well for that word, for that tonation, because we have rising tone and falling tone. When you don't get that tone, what you are doing will never go straight to what particular thing you are talking about. particularly in Ashe, in cantation of the medicine or in Odu, if we don't go straight to that spirit, the spirit will not come to that Ashe because of the word. For example, when you are calling name of person, then if you don't call the right name of the person will not come. He may not know that you are calling him or her.
Yes.
But you have to call the name of the person. Some people a lot of people that doing the verses with English language in other language. But for me, it's good to doing that to understand what the verse means, the important the story. But the Yoruba word of that verses, that person has to know it. He have to say it so that the all what the person has been doing will go very well. That is why we said Yoruba language, we have to learn it, we have to be saying it, we have to be doing it, we have to make it in our religion to make everything go well in what we are doing. Ashe.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Good point. And what about you?
Yeah, it is good to understand the meaning of the language very well, because some of the medicine that we are doing, or kind of the phases of Ifa that we are saying, even when someone that is want to do the herbal, if that person that is not make the tone about that phases, that spirit of that Odu will not come out. And that sacrifice also that is not goes very well, the way that is that person doing the fasces that is made. Let's look about that the medicine, the incantation of the medicine. If that person that is doing the medicine very well, when that incantation not goes to the straight point, that medicine will not work.
What about if you say it in English? I mean, you don't translate it to English. Is it the same? Because I know you've said to me that it's kind of hard to translate Yoruba to English for that very reason.
Yeah, if when that you translate it to the English, some meaning, some tones, and so through the pronunciations that you make, that you want to make in that medicine, if when that you translate it to the English, some tones that we're using to make that incantation, that powerful spirit is not there anymore.
It's missing.
It is missing. So that thing will not, that incantation, it will not actively.
It won't be active. It won't be activated.
At
And that makes
all.
sense. That
At
makes
all.
sense.
Even when you do the translation of that word, if you look that translation in another language, you will see that it's totally different.
Yes.
They will just make an example of what you are talking about.
Yes.
It will not go straight
It
to
won't.
that word.
It is not exactly.
It will not go
translated.
straight to that word. It will translate to so that the person that you are reading this thing will understand what you are saying. But it will not go to that thing, the particular word. Then the Ashe is already missing. Then the what you are focused on that thing will not work.
Can you each
Let's-
say a verse and try to translate it in English for me to give an example?
Like the first opera
About
Oturupandi.
tour bondi. Okay.
Oturupandi. Then Adifa fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà bàbá náà rí Bólútayọ̀ láàfin. You know, Oturupandi.
There's no word for that.
There's
in
no
English.
word for that in English.
You cannot say it in English.
You
never.
cannot say it in English. What do you want to say?
Oturupandi.
So what did you
Adifa
say?
the divine.
Right.
Divine for Ọ̀rúnmìlà that is game with Olu in the palace. You see that one go very well, but that game that is wants to play game with Olu in the palace, but dífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà bàbá lórí Bólútayọ̀ láàfin. You also see that stone, the power, the laughing. game with Olu in the palace.
You know, it's very different.
Very different.
The word is
It's
different.
not
Totally
go
different.
straightly.
And in English, you know, the next best word to Alafin is king.
Yeah.
But it's not
It's
the
not the
same.
same,
It's not to
exactly.
say Alafin is different.
Yeah.
It's very different. But the only way we can compare it in English is king.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
the
missing the
Afin,
Ashe.
Afin is the palace.
So the head of the palace, the head.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know the way, you know the king Olu is a, you know, Olu, we count Olu as a king. So that is the different, that is another word for the king. But Olu Tayo Laafin, you can say, oh yeah, I want to go and play game with king in the
So
palace.
like English speakers may say Olutoyo
Uh-huh.
Lafin, but it's not.
Exactly.
It's Olutoyo Lafin. You know, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
the tone.
Yeah.
You have to
The
bring
tone
that.
is already missing.
Ben.
Yeah, that's why
So-
we have to learn Yoruba very well so that we can pronounce all the words. Like we too, that we are trying to learn the English word, some names that we cannot pronounce at
Very
all.
well.
That we cannot
Many
pronounce
names.
in English name that we cannot pronounce. Then we have to learn how to pronounce them. That is why we traditional religion, we have to learn about the culture so that we will not miss some of the parts, because language is really important in the religion. If
Yes.
we cannot
For sure.
say the language very well, the religion is missing.
I was saying that culture is the father of religion, because you can't separate.
No,
you cannot
you cannot
separate that. The
separate
culture
true-
is wrapped
No,
around
no,
the religion.
From the religion, we remove the culture out.
Yes.
Without the religion, no culture.
People want to separate
Even
that,
though
but you can't
it
separate.
is that third one. without religion, there's no culture. There's no culture. There's no
language.
There's no language.
Yeah.
That's three. It is
They
never
go
it is
together.
never missing on that.
When we are talking about all life, we talk about their culture, about their language, about their religion. But the head of that thing society is the religion. When you remove the religion, the totally two of them are already missing.
Yeah.
Because if you want to get the particular language in a society or in a country, you have to go to their culture, to their religion. You will get a lot, and then the important the word what called the language, you will get it in the religion. Because in Yoruba language now, if you want to get some real proverb, you have to go to the religion.
Yeah.
You cannot learn the proverb outside, but you have to go to the religion. The religion will bring the culture out, will bring the language out. When there is no religion, all the culture and language are already missing.
Let's look at the time for the slavery. When does that bring the slavery to Africa? They threw the Christianity, Muslim to us as a religion. They are. When that is that religion that is removed, they bring their own culture to us. And that kind of our religion also is getting down little by little. And the language also. Nowadays, the peoples, now, the way that they are talking their language, so many things is missing there.
It's very true. It's a lot of people
When
our
that
age
is
that
when
don't
that
know
me
the
and
language.
me and my brother or someone that we are talking about, we are talking our Yoruba language, real Yoruba language. When that they are talking to them, they will say, "What's that man saying? What is that saying?"
Most 30 and 40-year-old and younger Nigerians do not know the language. Their parents did not teach them the language,
Exactly.
unfortunately. So, you know, it's really up to us to keep it going, to keep the language going. And what I found out in Nigeria is that one of the first languages there is English.
Yeah.
English is like one of the main spoken languages. And everything else is suppressed down. Though I do hear other languages, English is one of the first ones.
Yeah. That is why that is one of the songwriter in Nigeria, but based in America, based in London, and traveled to American here and Lagbaja. He say English is not expression. That is just idea. So most of the words at times when that is said to you, when that you are not understanding it, you just do this, you do this, you do that. So that is the language is a very, very important.
And I think it's very important
that you want to do
to research what you're saying, because a lot of people will sing the songs or say Oriki and don't know the translation of it. So it's very important. They can be singing the songs or saying prayer, and you like, what are you saying? They're like, I don't know. It's just a prayer to Eshu that I know, and it's like, wow, you don't know what you're saying, you know. So I think it's very important if you're going to be immersed in the Yoruba religion, and I'm talking from a traditional, but widespread. If you're speaking anything in Yoruba, you need to know what you're saying. You need to be saying it correctly, you know, out of respect of our ancestors who preserved the religion here. We should be going back to preserve the languages. I teach my children. I say Yoruba words to my children. I want them to pass it along to their children so this can survive. Not, the culture and the religion can survive in my family lineage. So it's important to me, and it's my responsibility as the mother in this household. So I thank you so much for really giving an eye opening. I know some people may not agree, but that's what we're here for. Opinions, say our opinion on things. So I thank you. Please visit www.ileirira.com, like our page on Facebook. Please go to Sade Ajala on YouTube. Check out our YouTubes. And let me know what you think. If you want any topics to be spoken about, just tap in. The next topic will be on why do we get hand to be fives? What's the importance of hand to be fives? So until then, talk to you then. Odabo.
Level.